What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some Digimon cards that we need to be having a little bit of a chat about. You see, we finally got the full card list from, well, the official website. So this seems like the kind of thing we should have a look at. And we're going to start off today looking at some yellow cards because I don't know why not. And I want to start off today having a little bit of a look at Armadillo Mon. Now, Armadillo Mon is a level 3. It's a free cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, 4,000 power. And this is kind of interesting, of course, because we had Armadillo Mon previously. Armadillo Mon actually came out as a blue card back in New Evolution, and it was a vanilla when it was a blue card in New Evolution. Now this one here, 4,000 power as a free cost to play normally is kind of good, if I'm honest with you. But the previous one was a 4,000 power 2 cost to play normally, but you had to pay to evolve. This one you don't have to pay to evolve. Essentially the theory with this is rather simple. It is a yellow card that's got 4,000 power, but it is exactly the same as Llopmon. And by exactly the same, what I mean is it's a free cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, 4,000 power, yellow level 3. So, I don't know, choose which Digimon you like more. Now, sticking with level 3s, we can also take a little bit of a look at Llopmon. Now, here we've got a free cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, both standard, 2,000 power, gee whiz, that's low. There's probably a good skill. And when you play Llopmon, you look at the top card of your security, you add it to your hand, and then draw one card. Now, on the one hand, I like this, because it gives you a 2-card advantage. You essentially draw a card from your security, and you just draw a card from your deck generally. You end up with 2 more cards than you had. But you also end up with 1 fewer security than you had, which is arguably something you maybe don't really want as much as maybe you thought you did. Now, it's not all bad. There are plenty of yellow Digimon out there that do want to have fewer security around. You can get yourself an advantage by having less security. So, for instance, Clavis Angemon we looked at the other day, if your security is 3 or less, one of your opponent's Digimon loses 6,000 power until the end of the turn. And clearly there is a combo to be made here by getting yourself 1 less security card so that you can then destroy one of your opponent's Digimon, maybe a blocker. So you end up essentially taking out an extra security card and it totally ends up working for you. But this is a Digimon you've got to be very careful with, because this could be the only level 3 in your hand and you kind of want to play it so you can start evolving up, but if you play it, you're giving up a security you don't want to give up. Gatomon was a level 3 that was a free cost to play normally that drew you a card. That's a blue Digimon. The difference with Gatomon is it's 1,000 power and you don't draw 1 from your security. And let's be clear, drawing 1 from your security might end up being awesome, because you might draw that card you desperately need, and that's brilliant. And you might end up activating a skill like we saw on Clavis Angemon that ends up being a huge advantage for you, and again, that's brilliant, but it can backfire massively. So the point here is, yay 2-card advantage, yay I can manipulate my security cards, boo if it's the only level 3 I might be put in a near impossible situation when the only way to actually play it is to give up a security card that I frankly am not willing to give up. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been warned. Now, Slomon is another level 3 we're getting here. This is a free cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, both very standard. 1,000 power Digimon. And 1,000 power is horrific, it's terrible, it's pitiful. Which means it's probably got a good skill, and it does. It's got an inheritable skill that says when you attack, one of your opponent's Digimon loses 1,000 power until the end of the turn. And this reminds me very much of the Magna Angemon from the starter deck, because it's literally got the exact same skill as the Magna Angemon from the starter deck. Except it's really interesting to note that this Slomon is a level 3, whereas your Magna Angemon is a level 5. So you can essentially play these both in the same evolution line, and you can either lower one Digimon by 2,000 or two Digimon by 1,000 each. The point is you've absolutely got the options. You can essentially do it however you like, and that's a good thing here. So we like this. This is an awesome, awesome thing. Yes, it's only lowering by 1,000 power, but remember your opponent might be playing a Digimon like Gatomon, and you can just delete that because it's got 1,000 power. Or you might be a 12,000 power Digimon against another 12,000 power Digimon. But you put them down to 11,000 power, so when you fight, they go down and you don't. Or you might be combining it with other effects, like the Slomon from the starter deck that lowers power by 4,000, and then all of a sudden that's a 5,000 reduction, 6,000 if you're using Gorillamon, and now that could actually be a lot more relevant. I like it in a yellow deck because this is what yellow decks do. I love that it can delete little Digimon. I love that it can combine with Gorillamon. I love that it can essentially be a tiebreaker in your big Digimon going against your opponent's big Digimon. This is a brilliant skill, and I like it way more on a level 3 than I do like it on a level 5. Now, moving over into level 4s, we can take a little bit of a look at Gatomon here. Now, Gatomon is a 4 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve, both pretty standard for a level 4, nothing weird there. 3,000 power is kind of low, if I'm honest with you. It is lower than we would generally like. It's on the lower end for level 4s, which means we've probably got a really nice inheritable skill, and we do. When you're attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon loses 1,000 power until the end of the turn. Hang on a second. That sounds mighty familiar, does it not? Yes. Yes, it absolutely does. And this is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen, an absolutely good thing. Because you see, we're just building up here. For anyone that's wondering, no, there isn't a level 5 in this set that has the same inheritable skill. It's just not there. However, it doesn't really matter because you've got the Gorillamon from the starter deck. And now imagine this, right? Imagine you've got Gatomon and you've evolved Gatomon from Slomon. And then you evolve it into Gorillamon, and then you evolve it into Slomon. You then attack, and you lower one of your opponent's Digimon by 4,000, and one by 1,000, and one by 1,000, and one by 1,000. And remember that you can split these up as you like. The 4,000 from Slomon has to all go on one Digimon, but the other 1,000 can go, all 3 on one Digimon, or 2 on one on another, or 1 on 3. It doesn't matter is my point. You can pop it wherever you like it. And this is wonderful. If you're going for the power reduction, we've clearly got some good inheritable skills that are absolutely going to help you out here. And that's what I love. Bearing in mind, I told you Clavis Angemon is basically like Slomon, although it only works if you've got 3 or fewer security, so I don't know. I'm going to leave that one up to you guys. It really depends how quickly you expect to have low security. Because if it's going to be quick, then that's going to work nicely. Interestingly enough, there are other Digimon that want those kind of skills. Cherubmon we mentioned, when security is 3 or less, you attack and place a yellow Digimon face down on your security from your trash. So you just pick a yellow Digimon and put it as an extra security card, which incidentally would then... well, it would very much offset the security you took with Llopmon. So Llopmon can absolutely work. But if you want to be lowering power, the combination of Gatomon and Slomon here is awesome. Now, we do have one more, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's not a terribly exciting one. Teruimon? I don't really know how to pronounce that. It is a level 4, 6 cost to play normally, 1 cost to evolve, 6,000 power. And it's a vanilla Digimon, and it's pretty much what we would expect, generally speaking, from a vanilla Digimon. But you should have some hope here, because this is a yellow Gorillamon. Stats-wise, it's a vanilla Digimon, and stats-wise, it's the same as Gorillamon. 6 cost to play normally, 1 cost to evolve, 6,000 power, and Gorillamon has seen a bunch of play in a bunch of decks. So there's no reason to presume that this would not also see a bunch of play in a bunch of decks. The 6,000 power on a level 4 is kind of handy and kind of high, but honestly the number one reason to play Gorillamon is the fact that it's a 1 cost to evolve level 4. And the vast majority of level 4s are 2 cost to evolve. So you've got a little bit of extra power here while evolving more cheaply. This is a vanilla card, and I know vanilla cards aren't very exciting, but this has a real good chance to see a lot of play just in yellow decks to get you up to those level 6s a little bit faster. Frankly, I started on the yellow today. I'll be honest with you, Armadillo Mon's not an exciting card. But outside of Armadillo Mon, this is a really cool set of yellow cards, and I think they're ones that we should actually be starting to get a little bit excited about, because there's a lot to like here. These are some good cards, and I do expect to see a bunch of these seeing play. Count me as being rather excited. But I'd like to know how excited you are, ladies and gentlemen. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassy. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.